Budgeting sounds like one of those things that everyone should be doing, like stretching after a workout or flossing after eating a meal. But let's be honest here, most people don't do it. Or at least they try for 3 days, then give up when the spreadsheet starts judging them. In this episode, I'll show you how to budget without guilt, spreadsheets, or pain, even if you have failed before. I've tried every budgeting method you can imagine: Google Sheets with 28 categories, Notion trackers, daily expense tracking apps, writing it on a paper. Yeah, I've done it all. Each time I start very strong, and by week two, I would be like, I don't care what I spent on paneer last Thursday. It wasn't just boring, it felt restrictive. And that's when I realized that budgeting isn't about recording every rupee, it's about building a system that tells your money where to go before you actually spend it. So let us reframe what budgeting really is. A budget is a plan for your money before it leaves you. It's pretty simple. And let's see why budgeting actually works. Number one, budgeting gives us clarity. We stop wondering, can I afford this? Because your categories already answered that. Secondly, budgeting gives us control. We give every rupee a job and nothing leaks. Thirdly, budgeting gives us consistency. Even if our income fluctuates, our priorities stay fixed. Last but not the least, it gives us confidence. You know what's safe to spend and what's not. So, budgeting isn't a cage, it's more of a compass. And you don't need complicated tools, you just need to pick a method that fits your personality. So, let's talk about the true budgeting system that actually works. The first system is called the 50-30-20 rule, and it is very beginner friendly. And here is how it works: 50% of your income goes to your needs, like rent, groceries, and bills. And 30% of your salary or income goes to your wants, like food delivery, shopping, Netflix, etc. And 20% of your income or your salary goes to your savings or investments. It could be an emergency fund, SIPs, insurance, or stock investments. Say you earn 40,000 per month of income, 20,000 goes to your needs, 12,000 goes to your wants, and 8,000 goes to your savings and investing. It's very simple and intuitive, and it scales well with variable income. And the second system is called the reverse budget. It's for the realists and it's not that beginner friendly. So, what happens here is you start with your goals first and then spend what's left. You decide how much you want to save on a particular month and you deduct that from your income. And whatever remains is your guilt free spending budget. For example, you earn 50,000 of income in a month. So in that month, you decided that you will save 12,000 first and then spend the rest, which is 38,000 however you want, but within reason. This is great if you're overwhelmed with too many categories, and also it encourages saving first mindset. And this is good because it shows structure over perfection. So those are the two budgeting systems that actually work for me, and I have used it for a long time now. So let's talk about the common budgeting traps and how we can avoid it. The first trap is making your budget too detailed. You see, you don't need toiletries versus cosmetics breakdowns. You just have to group things. Don't make it complicated. The trap number two is forgetting to budget for fun. A budget with zero joy is a budget you don't stick to. So you better start budgeting for biryani or coffee. The third trap is not reviewing it weekly. A 10-minute weekly check in can save 100 regrets later. And trust me on this. So remember that your budget is a living thing, it needs adjustment and not punishment. So, how do we track without going crazy? See, you don't need to track every single expense forever. You should try this instead. WhatsApp yourself. Send voice notes or text like rupees 450 lunch with friends and review it every Sunday. The second method would be weekly snapshots. Every Sunday, you just note three things: what you saved, what you overspent on, and one thing you should adjust next week. The third method could be envelope or UPI pockets. You just transfer fixed spends into a second account, spend only from there. And budgeting isn't about control, it's more of trusting yourself with a plan. So here is your financially fit challenge. You choose one system, the 50-30-20 rule or the reverse budget rule. Secondly, you create a three categories: needs, wants, savings. Thirdly, you set a rough amount for each month. Fourth, you stick to this for at least a few months and journal how you felt. You could be stressed, you could be in control, or you could be bored. You have to write down your own reflections and analyze your thought and analyze how you felt. So, budgeting isn't about saying no to everything. It's about saying yes to the things that truly matter without anxiety. In episode 6, we will tackle a topic that ruins more lives than bad investments: good debt versus bad debt, and how to say no without guilt. So, subscribe, share, and remember, your budget isn't a jail, it's your financial GPS.